Hey, hey, people. I'm back. It's been a rough few weeks. My life has pretty much completely fallen apart. But hey, we have some Halo content, so let's get into it. So, we're going to be taking a look at Halo Campaign Evolved today. And I looked at it, I saw it when it dropped like a week or two ago, and I was not impressed. But I wanted to go bit by bit through the actual video to show you like what my nitpicks are with it and what could potentially be done to address issues. Which 343 is not going to watch my video, but yeah. Anyway, let's get into it here. I don't know why everything's like so shiny though. Like, if you look at like, why is it like a giant like pointy like structure? It didn't look like that in the original, and like everything's so shiny. Um, like I understand like when you're doing like when you're like remaking something, there's like some creative liberties you can take with it to like add extra stuff in. Like for example, like you look at like was it SVP3 or whatever, which wasn't really like, I mean, I guess it was like a remake, but it added in some stuff from the books. I think they added in like ODSTs as well. You know, none of that was in the original. But at the same time, though, like changing up the art style completely and kind of adding in, I feel like some of these cutscenes are added in unnecessarily too. Um, a part of what was cool with Halo CE was that like you had a lot of instances where like you had like a first person kind of like, you know, you cut to like first person as like the cutscene was ending, and yeah, it just like also to one nitpick right here. Okay, look at the pistol. Look at the pistol. All right. So you see how this like where my mouse is, this like little piece right here, like towards the barrel. You know how this like rises up right here. Okay, so I want you to imagine like you put the pistol out in front of your face, right? You're like aiming down the sights, you're getting the front and the rear sights lined up, right? Imagine that, but you have this giant freaking piece in the way here, right? And so think about it. Okay, think about it. And I know some freaking mouth breather is going to be in the comment section saying, "Oh, they all have heads up tactical target acquisition displays. You're just nitpicking the nitpick." And it's like, no, I'm not nitpicking the nitpick here. Literally, look at this. Tell me if this makes sense. If you were shooting this gun without any type of like optics or anything else to help you, like using your little gun software or whatever, like the Marines have, right? If you weren't using that, how would you shoot this? You literally can't even line up you can't even line up the sights. And don't tell me that's not what it is, all right? That is literally a sight right there, okay? These are the sights, this is a sight, all right? Now imagine you put that in front of your face and you're trying to shoot it. It's not going to work. You're not going to be able to see, like, you're going to have a really hard time trying to see what you're shooting at. But anyway, that's kind of nitpick right there. And then not to mention it too, but they added in sprint. Like what do you need sprint for? Why can't you just adjust the normal character speed as to where like it would be suited for like the level and the pacing? Like there's really no need for sprinting to be in there. And I know people are going to be like, "Oh, well, you could just turn it off or not use it." And it's like, well, the whole level is like it has to be adjusted to incorporate sprinting in there versus the original you had one set speed, right? So it kind of just like it kind of kills the pacing. You're gonna have people like jumping and like bunny hopping through everything and skipping important things in there. And also like look at the structure here. Look at this structure. See how shiny this is, dude? You see how shiny this is? Like it did not look like this in the original. And I know there's going to be people who are going to be like, "Oh, well, what if the foreigners were maintaining it or something? It was graphical limitations." And it's like, dude, this stuff, these structures have been around for hundreds of thousands of years, right? Like in the original Halo, like the metal was kind of like tarnished, you know, it was like blemished. It wasn't like freaking pristine or perfect, you know, but yet for whatever reason the structure is like freaking immaculate. Like, come on, dude.
Let's go find the map room. That will show us the location of Halo's control center.
Yeah, I also too, I think there's some type of like lighting issue or something with this because in the original you could clearly make out the Marines' faces, right? As you were playing like the level, like it was very clear like who the Marines were. There's a bunch of like white dudes, right? And in this, like everybody's face is so dark, like I legit can't even like I don't even think it's like necessarily the face. I think it has to do with like the lighting. But like I can't even like see any of the Marines' like faces, you know, unless they're like all wearing like the you know like ski masks or whatever, like face masks, like with their helmets and stuff. But like yeah, I can't see it. And two, you have these like nav points that got put up, right? And it's like I don't know what audience they're making this for, right? But everybody who's gonna be going out buying this game are going to be people who like played the original from like over 20 something years ago, right? Like they know the game inside and out. What do you need these nav points for, right? Like let the player like explore. Let them figure this stuff out for themselves. Stop freaking spoon feeding them like everything. Like unless you're making this game for like 5-year-olds or something, which shouldn't be the case. Which this game absolutely 100%. This game should be an M rating. Like it, nothing less should be accepted. If this game gets a teen rating, like this game's already kind of like pre-cooked here. Like we're, you know, for what I'm seeing so far, I'm not liking it. Okay, but if this game gets a teen rating, whereas the original Halo had an M rating, and they have to scale things back to accommodate a teen rating to get more people to buy the game, like dude, we're cooked, bro. Like this right here, this little nav point right here is like the equivalent to like all modern games having that stupid ass yellow paint painted everywhere telling you where to go. It's like, dude, let me figure it out, okay? If you do level design correctly, you don't need these freaking stupid like nav points or like yellow freaking paint, which just completely takes you out of the experience. Absolutely dog shit. Like, dude, let's see what I'm saying? You can't even see their faces, dude. Like, legit, like their faces are completely shrouded. Like, what's the deal here?
There, in the cliff wall. I'll bet the silent cartographer is somewhere inside that facility. They're already inside. We have to get in there and stop them before they learn the location of the control center.
I feel like too that they added in a lot of unnecessary like audio, like just like kind of like I don't know fluff or padding. Like some of these lines like don't even really even need to be in there. I don't know if you guys can hear it. The audio is on for the video, but the plasma rifle sounds like dog shit. It sounds like I don't know. It sounds like somebody hitting like a puddle or something, like tapping a puddle, like not even like that. It just sounds bad. It does not sound beefy. It sounds super weak. It sounds like a freaking like wet fart. All right. It does not sound good. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to mention. I don't like what they did with the heads-up display, right? Like the heads-up display, like the radar, as far as I remember, correct me in the comments, but I'm pretty sure the radar was always in like the bottom left-hand corner in the original. Like it wasn't up in the top right. Like I don't really know like what they were doing when they made this heads-up display. It might change in the final version after they get some feedback, but I mean overall, like it's not it's not looking akin to like the original. But let's keep pushing on here.
The Covenant are putting up a real fight. The cartographer must be here. My analysis indicates that the map room should be at the bottom floor of this facility. Let's keep going inside.
That's what she said.
Let them lock the doors. Interesting.
So it's kind of weird, right? Like you'll hear it here in a second, but they updated a lot of these lines, right? And like kind of like there's like tonal kind of like differences between the original take versus the new take, right? For re-recording the audio. But if you listen to the Keys take here, his voice is literally exactly the same. They took the same audio from the original. I don't even think they did anything to it. It sounds exactly the same. There's nothing new added to that, but yet other lines of dialogue have been changed or like new stuff added into it. It just, I don't know, man. It just seems kind of jarring, you know?
Let's move down the beach.
Like the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake, they didn't really, I don't remember them adding anything new into that. It was just straight up all the audio lines from the original, and they just like cleaned it up a bit, you know, for, you know, a remaster or remake or whatever. But yeah, just I don't know, it just sounds weird, man.
It looks like there is a path into the interior of the island.
I remember, at least in this area, there's a lot more trees than what they were, or what how many there are right now, at least in this. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know why they picked the Unreal Engine to throw this onto. Like, the Unreal Engine kind of just butchers, like, everything that, like, it touches, you know? And just, I don't know, it just looks weird, man. And the fact that they removed that tree from the area back there, you couldn't originally get your Warthog into there. And the whole point was this is your, well, it's not the first time encountering hunters, but you're going up against hunters, right? The developers didn't want you bringing in your freaking Warthog and trivializing the fight against the hunters, which you see how easy the fight was, like right here. I mean, you know, any skilled, you know, Halo CE player is going to know immediately you should be able to one-tap the hunters in the back in the original, but they even adjusted that here too, as to where you can't do that, which, you know, I don't really know how I feel about that. I mean, I don't know, it feels weird, man. Yeah, the Warthog looks kind of funny too. I think they added mirrors on the side there, and it looks like a lot wider. I don't know, it looks kind of bloated. And then talking about, hang on. The Needler now has an ammo counter, right? Well, but let me ask you, right? So, why does this gun need an ammo counter? Like, the gun's telling you how much ammo it has left right here, right? With the spike sticking up. So, what good is an ammo counter to that, right? Like, if we're going to compare weapons here, like the assault rifle, having an ammo counter makes sense, right? Because it has a magazine, it's a bullpup rifle, has a magazine, you're not going to be able to, you know, look inside the magazine to see how many rounds are left. So an ammo counter, you know, especially in the future, would make sense. But here, like, what design sense does this really? Doesn't really make any sense. Like, why add that in? It just seems like extra for no reason. You know, like you already had like the design from the original. You could have just kept that and cleaned it up slightly. The one thing I will say positive about it is the Needler does sound pretty good. It sounds really like beefy when you're shooting and like the explosion for it. So that's one good thing I will say about it. But I mean, most of the other things I've seen from this, just I don't know, I don't like it. It takes like what 4 shots now to kill a hunter. I mean, overall, the hunter designs don't look bad or anything. They look pretty good actually. As far as like from what I've seen here,
Use the hull
but
to shut down the security system.
yeah, just I don't know, just a lot of the things here just have not translated over well. I don't think they really understand like Bungie's art style and like why even like add this like why like they made a big old spectacle of this, right? Like in the original Halo CE, let's rewind here. When you unlock the doors here, right? It literally just like it's like a split second, like hey, like cuts away, shows that the doors are open now, right? It wasn't like this where the dude's like whipping out his energy sword and showing all his mandibles moving and everything. It was just like, hey, doors open, go over there, go do your thing, you know.
We need to go to the main facility.
And
Back down the beach.
it's just like, dude, like sprint being in Halo should not be a thing. Like you're telling me that like these GMO freaking like these GMO soldiers aren't able to like run with their like super advanced armor and like genetic modifications. They aren't able to like move quickly while shooting,
Chief,
but like their sprint is barely like
after I
is barely even any different from their normal movement speed. Like you figure their sprint would be like, like a freaking freight train moving here or something, right? But it's barely any different from your movement speed. So like, what's the point of having it in there? Like, let's be real here. If anything, he should be able to do this. He should be able to move quickly and aim the weapon, which he already does that. So like, why do you need sprint in here? And another thing I was thinking about too was I'm pretty sure they like reused a bunch of the assets from Infinite, especially with like the Marine designs. Like the Marines do not look like Halo CE Marines. Like if you look at their outfits, they are like it's very distinct. You have like big like freaking you have like the big old shoulder pauldrons, like the chest pieces, the freaking the greaves or whatever. Like you have all that. It's like the gray uniform underneath with like I don't know, kind of the armor looks almost like metallic. It's kind of like got like a patina or whatever to it. Like it's a little bit blemished, right? Like they're issuing out like old stuff because they're in like at the end of the war here. They're tiring down, but it had like a very certain kind of like they had very certain outfits, right? And in this, you just don't see that. It kind of just, yeah, just the Marines' outfits don't match. And they had a chance to go and like, fix that too. And let me talk about the assault rifle real quick, right? Why would you take the assault rifle? Why would you take the assault rifle and make it from 60 rounds for the magazines down to 32? Like, I know. That like they're trying to keep it consistent with what they've done before and their like in their versions of like Halo 4 and 5 and whatnot, but at the same time though in the original it's literally 60 rounds. Why would you mess with that, right? Why not just give us like if this is a remake and we're kind of redoing the whole series at this point because 343 sucks and they can't make a good Halo game to save their lives, if we're like kind of wiping the slate clean here with this remake, why not just keep the 60 round magazine and then just make that going forward like the definitive magazine count for like all the assault rifles? Like if you played Halo Combat Evolved, you know that the assault rifle is like super weak and needed like a lot of rebalancing, which they addressed in like a lot of like the Halo mods on the workshop, right? On it's like Ruby's Rebalance or whatever. The assault rifle is actually usable. Like it's not just like you use it for the first level of the game and then you toss it away. No, it's actually like decent now. But Any Halo CE player knows that the assault rifle is pretty much like just hot garbage. Anything past normal difficulty, this gun is completely useless. Like, it's utter trash tier. But yeah, like, why not just leave the 60 round magazine? Why change it? It like, there's nothing wrong with it. You know, like, I want my little freaking like, full auto, goon to freaking mow down a bunch of grunts with, and now you kept the same amount of enemies, right? But you shrunk the magazine size down, and you still have the same amount of grunts. That means you're just gonna have to be reloading every 5 seconds. Like, that just slows down. That just slows down the gameplay, in regards to combat. Like, why would you do that? Doesn't make sense. And like right here too, I don't know if they added in the music just for like the sake of the trailer, but in the original, right, there's no music in this cutscene. There's like some like this note right here, right, like little that when he like kicks it like the rock or whatever that thing is over the edge, that plays, right, but it doesn't play like the Halo theme as he's like walking in. Just, I don't know. It's like small changes like that. I don't know why they can't just respect the source material instead of like trying to go in and like make it like their own kind of thing, I just, I don't know, man. What are my thoughts on this? I think that 343 is going to drop the ball again. I mean, that's their track record. I mean, if someone messed up, so many different games before and didn't respect the source material, why would they be any different now? I mean, come on, guys. Let's be real here. Let's be real. It's not going to be good. It's going to be trash. They hate the source material. They hate the fans. That's why they hire people who hate Halo to make Halo, because it's like a big old humiliation ritual. But yeah. Anyway, that's kind of my thoughts on this. I mean, it said in there that this is like a pre-build or whatever, pre-release. So some of these things might get changed, but realistically, I'm not going to be spending money like buying this. Like, I've played Halo. I'll just go play the mods for it. Like, I'm good. And think about it too, right? Like, the ship for Halo has like came and sailed, right? So I want you to think about it. Like, Halo 1 came out in like 2001? That's when it came out. So you've had like 24 years for people who haven't played the game to play the game, right? Like, I think it's safe to say if they haven't played Halo Combat Evolved, chances are like they're not going to really bother tuning in for this one either. It's like, whatever, like, I don't care. Like, the people who already played Halo have already played Halo, and they're probably going to buy this one as well. Mainly just because, it's a piece of their freaking childhood and, morbid curiosity. You kind of like, looking at the corpse here, poking it with a stick and stuff. But yeah, like, I don't know, man. Like, Halo's cooked, dude. As long as 343 has this franchise, like, it's not gonna go anywhere, man. Like, dude, freaking the Helldiver developers have like care more about like, the actual source material than the people who have the source material, who are in control of the IP. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, I don't think it's gonna be any good. But let me know down in the comment section, and I got some more videos in the works here. It's been a rough past few weeks, so but yeah, I'll be pumping out some more stuff for you guys. But anyway, I'll catch you guys in the next video.